What's going on, guys? Greg here. I got another video for today. It has nothing to do with this. This is just, it's on my desk. I just finished a page update video, and so I'm just kind of ding-donging around. But this video is going to be focused, I gotta put the saber down, or else I'll be messing with that the entire time. This is going to be my solo review. I just got out of it about an hour ago, and this is going to be a spoiler-heavy, or maybe not spoiler-heavy, but it's going to have spoilers in it. If you don't want spoilers, if you don't want to hear them, listen to them, think about them, be in the same room as them, be on the same web page as them, click the button, wherever it is, one of these two corners, exit out, bye, go away. I don't want to talk to you. I don't want to have you get mad at me. I don't want you to say I didn't warn you. Spoilers, okay? Got it. That being said, preface with a few things. First of all, I wasn't excited for this movie. I didn't know the actor. I knew Donald Glover, but I didn't know the actors. I actually take that back. I know Emilia Clarke, and I have literally seen as much of her as I could possibly want to see because she's in Game of Thrones. Yeah. Anyways, I knew Emilia Clarke, I knew Donald Glover, but I didn't care too much to get into the whole hype. I never was a big Han Solo dude. I never have been an expanded universe type of dude. I've never gone into what was a Kessel Run, what was, all these different things. And so I never cared enough to when they said a Han Solo movie, I was kind of like, woo, yay, okay, whatever, Star Wars. And then a couple days ago, Sith Keenan and I were kind of chatting, we were texting back and forth, and he was like, holy shit, dude, you have no idea what's going on with this spoiler. And he was like, it's a surprise cameo, you gotta guess it. And I didn't care about the movie, so I was like, hell yeah, I'm gonna guess it. And I started with, who did I start with? I was like, it can't be Luke, that'd be kind of weird because he'd be super young at the time. And he was like, no. I said, there's no way that's Qui-Gon because he has nothing to do with the character that I'm going on. And I was like, there's no way it's Darth Maul. I was like, it just doesn't make sense. And he turned, he's like, nope, that's it, it's Darth Maul. And I was like, what? So that's the big woohoo of the movie. I'll get into that later. So a few things. The acting was fantastic. I loved Donald Glover. I loved Han Solo. I don't know the actor's name. I apologize. I think both of them portrayed their characters as a younger version really well. Donald Glover was fantastic. Even down to the voice of Lando Calrissian, he was incredible. Like when he first started speaking in that first scene, when they were in the gambling place, whatever, and Donald Glover started speaking, I sat there, I was like, that's Billy D. Williams. That is literally, it sounds identical to him. The charisma, the charm, the capes, all of it. Donald Glover knocked it out of the park, and they couldn't have picked a better actor for him. I'm going to call him Aldrin. Hans, he's going to be Han Solo. He did amazing as well. I thought that had I not seen the way that Jesus Christ, I'm drawing a blank. Han Solo, Indiana Jones. Why can we're gonna lose my mind on camera. The original Han Solo actor, Harrison Ford. Thank Christ. I'm gonna look like a dumbass. If I hadn't seen the way that Harrison Ford reacted to the way that Han Solo was played in this movie, that he was portrayed, I might have not liked it as much. But when Harrison Ford approved of it, I really went into this with an open mind. And I liked the way that Han Solo was cocky, but he was a little more upbeat than the Han Solo we know from A New Hope, from Return and whatnot. A little more upbeat, but I liked it. It was a younger, cockier, where did he come from version, not quite as run down and snarky or sarcastic or lackadaisical. And that was the only bridge that I thought was missing a little bit. And I think it's okay, it works. But there was a bridge where we see Han Solo in A New Hope, and you think of the cantina scene where he's laid back, he's got the arm on the chair, and he's very lackadaisical in the way he speaks, and it's a very, I know best, listen to me, kid type of talk. And so the growing up that he does between Solo, a Star Wars film, and A New Hope clearly is evident there. And it's the only disconnect that I wasn't a fan of, which isn't that big of a deal to me, because at the end of the movie, he talks about going to Tatooine, Jabba, and so I feel like there's not a huge time gap there between the end of this movie and when we meet him in A New Hope. Obviously, I know that it's there, but again, so that change in character I think didn't quite flow as well, whereas Lando's I thought I could see that flowing perfectly. So like I said, acting spot on, A+. Even Woody Harrelson, and I look at him, Zombieland, I look at him, Hunger Games, and I was like, and I know he had some other movies, the Murderer movie and stuff, where I was like, I don't know if I can take this guy seriously, and he did fantastic. He was another one where he did awesome. Those are the acting. The acting was really good. I thought the plot was very good. It took a couple seconds to get started. Not too long, so I didn't mind it. But once it got started, it was really good, and you didn't have to know that much about Han Solo in general to really see where they were connecting the dots, see where all these things came from, see where why he wanted to become a pilot and all these different things. And I thought they did a fantastic job with that as well. They really tied everything together. The Kessel Run, which I thought was a pretty cool scene. I didn't even know what I thought the Kessel Run was. I never looked into it. Again, it wasn't for me to look up. And I liked the fact that he did it. I liked the way that he got to take control of the Falcon and how it became that way. I liked that they showed the Falcon losing their escape pod, and how Lando is human, how he has that connection to the C7, where the robot's name is, which was again fantastic. I said, and I was confused for a while because in the original gambling scene, how Han Solo doesn't beat Lando, and I was like, well, where the hell does he get the Falcon? And then he obviously wins it at the end by cheating Lando himself, and again they tied everything together so well, and I have a better initial feeling coming out of this movie than I did coming out of The Last Jedi. The Last Jedi I hated leaving the first time, and it took me a few runs to really realize how brilliant of a movie it was. Whereas this, out of the movie theater, I just think it's fantastic. Great film. They really did do a great job. Let's see, what else? I do think that they're setting this up for a sequel, and that's where so many of my questions come into play. And I want you guys to comment below if you'd like, and tell me what you think, or message me on my page and talk to me about it. Do you guys think that with the reveal of Darth Maul and the way that Emilia Clarke left, or Kira left at the end of the movie, does that mean they're setting up for Han Solo 2? Do you think they're going to, which I think that's the way I'm thinking, and where does Maul tie into all of this? I understand he only had a couple seconds of screen time, but he's asking Kira to come to Dathomir, his planet, whatever it is, which is saying, so we got to see more of this. So to me, that says that there's going to be a Solo 2. Now, is that happening in 2020 instead of the Obi-Wan film? Is that happening in 2022? Is that not happening? Is it going to be multiple films a year? What's going on with that? That's the first thing that's important to think about. And then, to me, are they going to tie Darth Maul into the Obi-Wan Kenobi film? Because when I heard the spoiler, and the way I thought of it was, okay, Darth Maul's going to be there for a second. He's going to do some badassery. He's going to whip out his saber, which I knew was going to happen. I had seen the screen caps. And that was it. I didn't expect it to be I knew he was Kira's boss, but I didn't expect it to be in the way that we saw it, where it was such a setup for there to be more to the tale. Come to me and all these different things. And so that begs the question, is he just not going to be in the Obi-Wan Kenobi movie, which I thought, now that the rumors have started to hype up, I figured that he was going to be the main villain in the Obi-Wan Kenobi film. I know there's some possible casting things about, some blue guy. He was a blue dude, because I'm not much of an animated series dude. I'm not a expanded universe dude. But there's a blue dude, and he's a bad guy, and they said he might be the main villain for the Obi-Wan movie. And I was really hoping it was going to be Maul. So, what do you guys think? Do you think that Maul could be in both? Could he be in the Obi-Wan spinoff, assuming it's happening, and another Solo movie? Do you think there's just not going to be a Solo movie? Or do you think he's just not going to be in the Kenobi movie, and the Solo movie will be focused on him as the main bad guy? Which I think would be tough to do in a way, because we know that he doesn't die. According to the canon timeline, he doesn't die as a, or he might still run Red Crimson or Crimson Dawn, whatever the hell it is, but he doesn't die from that in any way that has to do with Han Solo or Kira. And so really how they tie those things in, it's a lot of questions that I have that are okay. I mean, that's the type of questions I had leaving the Force Awakens, and I like that. I like that it makes me say, like, what's going on next, because we don't even know, like, the Force Awakens, we knew The Last Jedi was coming. We didn't know the name, but we knew it was coming. This, I don't, is there going to be a solo movie? What's going on? This is the most excited I've been for Star Wars since The Last Jedi came out. Because I kind of took a break where I was down for a little bit, where it was kind of like, okay, yeah, like nothing's going on, nothing to look forward to, because episode 9 is so far away. No confirmed Obi-Wan. We have like a 1.5 year gap right now between the next movie, because we all know it's going to get pushed to December. If it comes out next May, then that'll be fantastic, but I doubt it will. And yeah, so there's so many questions and so many things that we have to kind of think about that I still have in my mind right now. So, yeah, and I know that Keenan, shout out to you. I know, or K-Seth, you got to be pumped because you got a little bit more sound for your Darth Maul saber. I do want to get a screen cap of the saber he used. It looked like it had just a normal hilt, but then it had like a curve on the end of it, like a spike almost, and so it was kind of weird. I wasn't a fan of the saber design. I wish that he had his old broken saber from episode 1 in his battle with Obi-Wan. Oh, that was the other thing. My father, I heard him at the end of the movies, because we sat, my sister and I, and then my father and mother behind us. And at the end of the movie, he was like, "What the hell is with Darth Maul?" Because he doesn't follow the Star Wars movies as much. So yeah, I'm rambling. I'm just kind of going back and forth. So yeah, if I had to give this movie a score out of 10, I'd probably give it an 8 to a 9. And the only reason it's not a 10 is because I don't care for Han Solo that much. So if I was going strictly off of the movie, it'd probably definitely get a 9. If I go for the fact that I don't care as much about it, and that there are some things that like don't matter as much to me, then it gets an 8. And to me, that's still really good. That's awesome. Initially, The Last Jedi for me had a 4, and now it's up to about an 8.5, 9, maybe 9.5. And yeah, so like I said, it was a very good movie. Definitely go see it. I said, don't complain to me if you got spoiled and didn't want to. And like I said, guys, start some conversation below. Start it up in the on my page, whatever you want to do. Like I said, chat with me. Let me know what you guys think. Did you guys see the movie? Did you like it? What do you think for the Obi-Wan versus a Solo 2 movie? A lot of questions. So let me know. And thanks, guys, and I'll talk to you later.